Rush Duel is a fast-paced spin-off game of Yu-Gi-Oh! Where you can summon as many monsters as you want and draw up to 5 cards each turn. In this series, me and the TheDrAlex progress through each Rush Duel product release and build decks with whatever cards were available at that time. We have been drafting characters from the Yu-Gi-Oh! 7's anime and have exclusive access to those characters' boss monsters, and will continue to draft characters from the Yu-Gi-Oh! Go Rush series. Join us as we continue to battle it out in this series, Rush Duel Character Draft. So this is the deck we're bringing to today's game. This is Injection Fairy Lily. So Injection Fairy Lily is not really an archetype, it only really has a couple of cards, but we really want to make it work because it is brand new. So Injection Fairy Lily, pay 2,000 life points. This card gains 3,000 attack until the end of this turn. So that's not great. 3,400 attack is nice. The cost of 2,000 life points, not that great. Realistically, you're going to be attacking over like a 25. We'll get 900 damage in at the cost of 2,000 of our own life points. And then we go into our opponent's turn with a 400 attack monster on the board. So not that great. So our plan is to try and let it attack directly using Luminous Shaman. So another Lily card we got is the Animal Dr. Lily. So during the turn you normal summon this card, we can pay 500 life points to special summon an Earth attribute monster with 400 attack and 1,500 defense from your graveyard face up to your field. So this is either going to be another copy of itself, or it's going to be Injection Fairy Lily. But if we do take another copy of itself, we can't use the effects. Its effect only works when it's normal summoned. And then we can make one face-up monster on our field gain 1,000 attack until the end of your opponent's next turn. So that helps us keep our life points a little bit higher, whilst also letting our Injection Fairy Lily attack for 4,400, which is pretty good. The other Lily archetype card we got is Lily Syringe. So if your opponent has a monster on the field, we can add an Earth attribute monster with 400 attack, 1,500 defense from our graveyard to our hand. So once again, one of our Lilies. And then if we would activate Injection Fairy Lily this turn, we can pay 100 life points to meet the requirement instead, which is really good. That again saves our life points. The rest of the deck is basically just cards to mill and a lot of cards to get rid of our opponent's back row. We really want to make sure our attacks land, because if we're playing a lot of life points, we have to make sure that our damage gets through. So we're playing the Rex, we're playing the Justicia, and we're playing the Overrush Storm. And then finally, the last thing I really want to touch on is Copycat, because Copycat's kind of cool. We can use this again with our Shaman and attack directly with this thing. If we can grab 2,500 plus attack off of our opponent, that's just another big load of damage. So let's fire into the game and see what Alex has got for us. So, last week we had Celeb Rose versus Space Yggdrago, the kind of light spellcasters versus the Dark Cyberse, I suppose. And it was an okay set of games. I think there was a little bit of bricking going on, but that is just, unfortunately, something that's going to happen. But other than that, I think the games were pretty cool. We both got to see our new boss monsters. I think you summoned out your Deep Space Yggdrago like 2 times, which I think might be a record, right? Like, usually Dual Space comes out a ton. Deep Space, not so much. It's just a little bit more awkward to get into, so maybe that Hollow Space did help out. Also, it's really annoying trying to, like, go through all of the Yggdrago cards. It's like, oh, it's Space Yggdrago, Hollow Space Yggdrago, Dual Space Yggdrago, Deep Space Yggdrago. It's like, They're all some sort of Space Yggdrago. But for this week, we haven't got any new set just yet. So we're still kind of going through some of the other new stuff we've got. I'm not entirely sure what you're going to be on. From memory, I think there's a zombie support card. But the zombies are a bit of a weird one, whether you don't really need their high-level monsters, so it's kind of a both of us thing. But just because I can't remember what else is in the set, I'm gonna predict you're on zombies. Have you got any idea what you think I'm going to be on?
No, not a clue.
Okay, well, I'll let you know that the deck I am on is... it's not really a deck so much as it's kind of a pile of cards where I try to make something work, and the deck could pop off, right? I'm not confident. Let's say that. I'm not confident in it. But let's fire on in, and then we can see what we're both on.
Yeah, let's do it.
Wow. Wow. Oh.
Hey, yeah, I'll go first.
Okay.
I'm gonna set.
Okay. What's the sets? Legend cards.
Out of my hand.
Okay, so Legend Priest is in here. We also have Galacticara Eve. So this is light Galaxy just with like a small legend package as like just a milling engine maybe? I genuinely have no idea. Okay, how do we want to approach this? I guess we'll start with this. I will summon Jundi of the Dark Path. You probably recognize this card. I've used it a few times recently. We're going to activate the effect to send the top 3 cards of my deck to the graveyard. Then if I set an Earth attribute monster to the graveyard, I can draw a card. And if I do, I place a card from my hand at the bottom of my deck. So we will draw a card. Okie dokie. So unfortunately, you aren't really working at the moment. So you might be the card that has to go. And it goes to the bottom of the deck, not even the graveyard. So that might have some interesting implications. So my graveyard's got some quite interesting stuff in it. Might give you some sort of inkling as to what I'm doing.
Oh, Animal Doctor.
Animal Doctor. Then we will go ahead and activate Pot of Arrogance. So I can't activate Spellcaster for the turn, but I do get to draw 2. Normal summon Negator Dragon. I can activate the effect just to mill 2. Okay, nothing like super interesting there. Then I'm going to normal summon Animal Doctor Lily. I'm going to tribute 2 and summon out my Jointech Rex. I can activate Rex's effect.
Okay.
So now I can put some of these cards back in my deck and target and destroy one of your back rows. Let's go for this one. Okay, we hit Fusion. I don't know if that's a good hit. The issue is you tributed 2 to set, and I know you're on Light Galaxy. So the likelihood that that set is going to be able to survive an attack from Rex is quite high. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to summon out Injection Fairy Lily. We're going to activate the effect. We're going to go to battle, and we are just going to be as safe as possible. We're going to try and clear it with this. Okay, we could have cleared it with that and got an extra 900 damage, but it's whatever. So we'll get him for 35, and then we'll pass.
What do I do here?
My 400 attack monster must be terrifying for you right now. Twinkles. So send top card to the graveyard, increases card's level, and then it gives 2 tributes. Okay, Extraplora comes down. Okay, so this is fine. Mill 2, gain attack, add fusion. So the benefit here is I don't have any back row. So if you do summon out the fusion, I've got nothing to pop.
That's a pain. Okay.
And Overwrite was sent to the graveyard. Okay.
Yeah, I think I have to get rid of this.
Okay, hit 22. Lots of back row back there, though. That's kind of scary.
See, what's this? Okay, yeah.
I guess we'll do this. So I'm going to activate Overrush Storm. And we're going to put back these 2. And we're going to target this. How cheeky should we get with this? I mean, I could get really cheeky, but I think the chance of actually working is very, very low. So, I think we're going to set this, change this. Oh, I could use this actually. Maybe this sorts me out. Well, I'll take Jundi. We'll mill 3, and then I'll get a draw. That hasn't really changed anything. This.
Okay, it sounds like you're not going to tribute summon, so I'll use this.
Okay, treat as a legend card when you have a graveyard, but you put active shuffle a great deck. Up to 3 monsters in your field gain 1200 attack, and it will destroy by card effects. Okay, I mean that's fine. So now I'll activate Overrush Storm. We'll put this and this back. We'll get rid of that. Then we'll change this to defense, go to battle phase, and we will just attack it with it. Then we'll pass. Oh, hello. What are you doing in here?
Okay. Transfer me Riker.
Okay, that was piercing. Doesn't
Drop
matter.
the fusion.
Okay, boat comes down, which doesn't do anything.
Set, and set.
Okay, only 500 damage is fine. I was a little bit worried about this when I got to deck construction, but unfortunately, this is a little awkward. Right, we will activate Jundi. We'll draw a card, and then realistically, I don't think I'm going to be using you. So I'll get rid of this. Then, I think I just set and pass.
Okay. Yeah, let's start with this.
Okay, so if you have 10 or more cards in your deck, shuffle 2 monsters from your graveyard into the deck. Send the top 4 cards up to the graveyard. You can add up to 1 legend monster and or legend trap from among the cards sent. Okay. Oh, it's the issue of not playing a full legend deck, right?
Yeah. Fine.
EDOPro.
Still don't have Heavy Rhinoc in there. Add this back.
Okay, okay. Making another useless boss monster, are we?
Oh, let's go for this one.
Okay.
That. On bottom. Draw a card. Try not. Okay, alright.
Okay. My 1500 defender. You got another Jundi.
Draw.
Okay. Alright, how do we want to do this? I could do this, 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 and this. I can safely get 4,200 damage in.
Ooh.
But that's not lethal. Or I could pretend your back row's nothing and try to get in for well over 5,000. Alright. Let's see what happens, I suppose. So I will activate Lily Syringe. So if my opponent has a monster on the field, I can add an Earth attribute monster with 400 attack / defense from your graveyard to your hand. Then this turn, if you would activate the effective Injection Fairy Lily, you pay 100 life points instead of 2,000.
Okay.
So, I could take back Animal Doctor Lily, which is kind of cool. It would basically get me back the Lily from my graveyard anyway, which, you know, if I'm going to tribute summon, it's just an extra body. As well as the fact Lily gets an extra 1,000 if I were to do that, which is cool. Right, we have to just take the Injection Fairy Lily here.
Okay.
Then I will normal summon Injection Fairy Lily. Or normal summon Injection Fairy Lily. We'll normal summon Luminous Shaman. I can activate Shaman, which makes this Lily able to attack directly this turn. I can activate Lily. We can activate Lily. So once again, if I attack directly, it's 34. If I attack over this, that's an extra 800, which is 42. So, the only way I can do this is to summon out Negator, activate his effect, reduce, go to battle. Oh. Oh.
Yeah, GG.
Oh, mate, I was so scared that was going to be a legend trap. Because I didn't actually check your graveyard before. I don't think we'd seen your legend trap yet.
It's in the deck somewhere.
Yeah, because if that was your legend trap, I was just screwed. I had a card in hand that could pop your back row, but it's a monster. so I was like, I can't summon this and do the minus 2,000 from Negator. Okay, well, Lily has got a win, which is already, I'm quite happy with that. Let's see how it goes in game 2.
I'll go first again.
Okie dokie.
And
Okay. Alright, let's go with Jundi once again. Let's activate Jundi and see if we can hit some of them Earths. Right, we did manage to hit an Earth. I don't really want these cards in my hand right now. We also milled quite badly. Which is not the end of the world. It definitely could be a lot worse. I think we will... I think we're going to put this back for now. Then we're going to summon Jundi. We'll activate its effect. We'll draw a card. Again, you're like a super late game card, and you're here right now, which is not helpful to me, so go away. Following that, I don't really know what the average defense of your guys is, which makes things a little bit difficult to like plan ahead. So I think I'm going to set, then I'm going to tribute 2 and summon out the Joint Deck Rex. We will activate Rex's effect. So now we can put back 1, 2, 3. We'll put these 3 back. And we'll take out this back row. Okay, it's just the fusion. Nothing like crazy. We'll set, go to battle phase, and we will attempt to attack this. Let's see what it is. Ah! Now, can I let that stay? No, not really. We have to get rid of that. Then we'll pass. The issue is your deck is like a mismatch of a bunch of different stuff, so it's hard to know. Like, if this was just dark matter, I'd be like, okay.
Yeah.
1300, I know. Twinkles. Oh, I don't like that he's in the graveyard this early.
I don't think I can get him out of the graveyard. That's the problem. Oh, wait, actually. Oh, because I clicked the wrong option. Right.
EDOPro.
Oh, but I need 5 or more. 5 or more galaxy monsters.
Just have another copy of EDOPro in your hand.
Like it.
Rika. There you go. So yeah, I said, just have an extra explorer.
Oh, there goes the chest.
That makes me a happy bunny.
Yeah, I bet it does.
Okay, so I'm losing my back row, which is like, it's fine. So we're going ahead and using the Epic Tail once again.
Okay. Losing your back row? Oh, right, yeah, because I can...
You do that, and then you do that. And then I go, oh, dag nabbit. And then you do that. I lose my legend spell. Monster Reborn! Oh, there goes Rex. And there goes Jundi. So I'm down to 0 cards. That's not great. I'd rather have more than 0 cards, if I'm being honest.
Yeah.
This hand is undesirable. So much stuff is in my graveyard that I want to be in my hand. Right, we'll set. You realistically aren't going to do much for me, so we're going to set. We'll just pass on this.
Okay. Activate Explorer.
Okie dokie.
Grab these 2.
Activate Fusion.
Now I can... You don't have any back row.
Well, if I did have any back row, you'd pop it with extra plasma, and then you'd just make another one and pop another one.
Yeah, so we'll make... Transform Assault Rhinoc.
So if this card's level is 4 or higher, shuffle 2 monsters from your go into the deck. Reduce this card's level by 3 until the end of this turn. Then if you shuffled Rika to meet the requirement, inflicts piercing damage, attacks defense position monster, and double piercing. Okay. Well, I can't die even if I have a 0 defense at the moment.
Okay, we can shuffle the Explorer back. Now inflicts double piercing.
Mm-hmm. Ah, we just got all the piercing today.
You had a battle?
It says 32.
This one.
No, not the 0 defense.
Oh.
Yeah, there's nothing I can do with that. Unfortunately, we kind of bricked there. We drew all low-level monsters, and I just couldn't do anything. We milled all of the good spell cards that would have absolutely destroyed you. So, we'll see what happens in game 3. Right, we will go first for the first time. That's a handle, right? Okay, we will set. We will set. We will set, and we will set, and we'll pass.
Okay. Black Tiara Eve.
Mm-hmm. We're getting a
okay.
Yeah, you just cycling.
I could have done with him. Not gonna lie.
Okay, Epic Tail once again.
Three.
Okay, I mean, this hand is not super sexy, if we're being honest. So, let's activate a back row. I'm going to activate Maid's Mischief. So I send the top 2 cards on my deck to the graveyard. Then I can shuffle up to 2 monsters from your graveyard into the deck. And then I can draw cards equal to the number of level 7s I shuffle back in. So I'm going to put these 2 back. I'm going to draw a card. Just a nice little draw. Then I will go ahead and tribute 2 and summon out Joint Tech Rex. We'll activate Rex's effect. I'm going to go ahead and put all these 3 back. We'll just pop this. So Jest is gone. That's something. Then I think I'm going to summon out Jundee. We'll activate Jundee's effect. I can now draw a card and then put a card away. I guess it's probably you. Then I'm going to set 1, set 2, set 3, go to battle. Jundee's going to try and slap over this. Yeah. And then we'll attack over Joint Rex. And we'll pass.
Okay. Summon out Rhynac Overwrite.
Okay. We send top card to the graveyard, reduce the level of 1 face at level 4 or higher monster on either field by 3 until the end of this turn. This card gains 5 attract at the end of this turn. And if you have transfer Rhynac in your graveyard, this card's name becomes Transcend with Rhynac. Okay. We just...
Oh.
He's just boosted, right? That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good battle.
My poor Rex. But we could always just activate Jundee. That's something we can just always do. This will give us potentially more options. You are still the worst card here. I'm pretty sure. I don't think there is a worse card in my hand. So I'm just going to get rid of you. Maybe I should have got rid of that, actually. Alright, I will activate Lily's Syringe. So I will just take back my Injection Fairy Lily to my hand. Then I'm going to go ahead and activate Jest of the Cosmo Princess. We're going to get rid of this, this, and probably this. And I'm going to get rid of this and this. Oh, well, I'll draw 2 cards. Then we can activate our Overrush. We'll just get rid of this and this. We can get rid of that. We'll activate our Maid's Mischief. And I can put back this level 7 and this Reich is kind of a pain if you get out your other guy, so we'll do that. We'll get a draw. See, this is where stuff gets a little bit awkward though. So I can summon out Injection Fairy Lily. I can flip up this Injection Fairy Lily. I can activate both their effects, which is great. I only have to pay 100 for them. But I don't know what your set monster is. So if that set monster is a 1300 defender, it puts me in a bit of an awkward spot. If I get 68 damage in, that is a lot. The alternative is I only get 44. I mean, 44 is enough. I don't need to get
a lot.
We'll go to battle.
It's more than half.
We'll swing him with this. Okay, so we wouldn't have been able to get over it. So that's at least something. And then we'll just pass. My board looks so threatening.
Oh, that's so sad.
Ooh, that is actually really annoying, because now I only get 1 draw.
The end.
Well, I think I can tie this up. Or, you know. I do this. I do this.
Yeah, again.
And then I can do this.
Actually, I think it was game anyway.
Wait, I have no idea what your back row was that just went away.
It was Magical Slumber.
I see. Well, now I can just activate this. Go to battle. And Lily does get the win! I mean, that was a bit of a shame, obviously. That last turn kind of sucks. I assume we got 2 level 7s in hand.
2 bloody Explorers.
Yeah, it's always the way. It's always the way, isn't it?
Oh,
I actually
pull off my funny combo.
What was the funny combo?
Rhynac and Elemental Hero Prisoner. Change the prisoner's name to 7 Road Magician and fusion summon out Transformer Road Rhynac.
Oh, I see. I mean, that would have been really cool, but that obviously is very dependent on a legend. So I was actually playing a bit of a weird legend. I swapped it out in game 3 because I was like, man, that game 2 really showed that I'm lacking in tribute monsters. But I was originally playing Copycat. And the logic behind that was I yoink your attack points, and then I can use my Shaman to attack directly with Copycat.
Yeah.
So my entire gimmick, we'll talk about my deck first for once, I suppose. My entire gimmick was Injection Fairy Lily, right? I just wanted to make an Injection Fairy Lily deck. These are new cards, right? I was sat there like, how do you make Injection Fairy Lily work? Because a lot of the time, you're going to summon out a guy that's got like at least 2,500 attack. I'm going to pay 2,000 life points, clear the guy, get in 900 damage, and then I'm going to have a 400 attack guy on the field. So I was like, okay, well, if I can get it to attack directly, that's a lot better, right? And if I can use things like the Negator Dragon, I can reduce your guys, get a lot more damage in. And obviously, if we are able to get Syringe going, then I don't have to lose as many life points as well. But the downside is the same as like chairs, where you always still just end up with a Wimp on your field. I guess Ants kind of have the same problem, but Ants were never even remotely viable. So it's like, the idea basically is just make big guy, hit directly, get in a lot of damage, hope that wins game. And then the rest of the deck is just milling and like back row hate. Because if I go for this play, if I make like Injection Fairy Lily, I have to pay like 2,000, possibly more than once in a turn, so I lose like 4,000. I need those attacks to land, because if they don't, I've just lost half my life points, and I have 2 400 attack monsters on the field. So that was the logic. I did also side in some like anti-level 7 cards / like consistency tools, I suppose. I mean, you got to see my Maid's Mischief, which I think is a pretty cool card. The issue is, it's only super good if your opponent's playing 7s. Like, it's good generically, because it's still mill 2, shuffle 2 of your opponent's graveyard back into the deck. We've already seen how strong that kind of effect can be. But if we hit 7s, being able to like get a pot of greed off of it as well is actually insane. And there was another card I sided in as well, which didn't actually get to see. But it was, I can't remember what the card's called, but it's, you can change a monster on the field's battle position to either face-up attack or face-down defense. And if your opponent activated a trap card this turn, both players draw 2 cards.
Okay.
And I was like, I'll side this in because you were shotgunning your legend trap at the start of these turns. And I was like, maybe I'll get this like bonus double draw effect, which is kind of cool. But it didn't end up mattering at all, really. So, your deck obviously is meant to be using Nebula Fusion, right? That was kind of
the damn thing.
I assume this is kind of Transam Linek Toolbox Fusion is the main thing, and then the rest of the deck is just enablers to try and get that going.
Yeah, pretty much.
Because I lose track of how many Transam Linek fusions there are now. Aren't there like 8 or something silly?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
There's 6, and I think is there more coming in the next couple? I don't think it's going to be in the next set. There might be one in the set after.
Not sure. Oh no, 7. Sorry, 7.
Okay, we just keep getting more.
The prime one as well.
It's funny how Light Galaxy has so many different fusions now. They can actually toolbox their extra deck, which is like that's such like a modern concept. But you know, this deck can still just do it. I mean, that second game looked horrifying, right? You got out Riker, you got out the Riker fusion, you got double piercing, like a Blue Eyes Chaos Max kind of effect. And you got the piercing on Riker as well. I had that 0 defense, and I was like, if you just walk into that 0 defense, I just die, like, straight up, even just for the first attack. Yeah, I got so lucky on the first attack you did, because you hit my highest defense, so I lost the fewest amount of life points, and then you just won the 50-50 on the second. There's nothing I can do about that, but still very explosive games, very exciting. And we were both playing, I want to say, like, pseudo, very big OTK strategies, right? Because I can't remember exactly what your 7's Road Fusion does, but based on the fact it's a fusion of 7's Road and Rhynak, it's probably OTKE. And obviously, Eternal Galactica Oblivion is very OTKE as well. Your Transami Riker Double Piercing is very OTKE. So just very explosive decks we were both on. But it was pretty fun. GG, buddy.
Yeah, GG.